Good morning and welcome to episode 76 of the Mugs Up Show, where we'll call today Bullshit Excuses Part 1. And I don't know when Part 2, 3, 4, and so on will be. We'll have an episode that's a bullshit excuse episode every now and then. I just couldn't think of a better name for this episode, and there's lots of bullshit excuses in the world. So we'll just start off a bullshit excuses series, and this will be Part 1. Now, before I get to that, I have a new coffee mug that I was given over Christmas that I need to introduce to the show, because anytime I'm drinking out of a new mug, I show all you guys and gals what it is. This is my new coffee mug, and it says choose love. And I'm not going to show you what the bottom has, because if I did, I would dump this shit all over my lap. But the bottom has the Penzeys logo on it, and Penzeys is a basically a spice and herb company that has some of the most fabulous spices and herbs in the world. And they have some locations around the United States and also huge online presence. But this was given to me by my Uncle Harper and Aunt Cindy at Christmas. So Uncle Harper and Aunt Cindy, thank you so much for the wonderful love, the wonderful love, but the wonderful mug, as we should all be choosing the high road at every instance at life and doing our best to love everyone. Now, today's episode, the specific bullshit excuse that we're going to talk about today was brought to me by my brother-in-law, Sam James. He sent me this little meme, and it was apparently a few months ago, and I never responded to him. I have no idea why, because he sent it again the other day, and I loved it. And then him and Emma made fun of me because months ago when he first sent it to me, I completely did not respond and disregarded it. And I'm sure they both thought I was a dickhead, but it was unintentional. I don't know how it happened, because I love this topic. And very important that we talk about this bullshit excuse. Here is what the meme said that he sent me. It said, let's normalize I'm willing to work on it instead of that's just how I am. And I gotta say, I've actually heard that quite a bit in the last couple months. I don't think I ever say that. I make excuses sometimes. I definitely do. And I used to be the kind of person that 100% thought I was a perfect human being and didn't need to work on shit. And so I would think stuff like this in my head all the time. And so I have experience with this. And similar to that's just how I am, I will hear other people say, oh, well, don't worry about that guy. That's just how he is. And in both of those situations, if someone says, oh, that's just how I am, or someone says, oh, that's just how that guy is, most of the time it's when the person in question is being rude or selfish or just a complete dickhead. And so I think when I hear something like that, I think, oh, so you think it's okay for you to be a selfish dickhead when everyone else in the world is actually trying to work on those problems that they have themselves. You are just exempt from having to work on yourself and trying to become a better person. Or I hear someone say, oh, that's just how they are. Oh, so they were born a human who's exempt from trying to be a nice, loving, caring human. They just get to be a selfish dickhead their whole life, and that's all right. Man, I wish I would have been born into that legacy. Well, I'm here to tell everybody one thing. If you're the kind of person that says, oh, that's just how I am, well, you shouldn't be that way. And if you are being, there are certain things about all of us that we shouldn't have to change. People shouldn't expect us to change certain things about ourselves that make us unique. But I'm talking about when you're being selfish or rude, when you're exhibiting any kind of dickheadedness, that isn't okay. And if you're the type of person that says, that's just how I am in situations like that, you need to start working on not saying that anymore and working on yourself when somebody calls you out for being selfish or rude or whatever it is that is not a positive characteristic trait, or positive trait, I should say. Characteristic and trait are the same damn thing. Okay, if you're the type of person that constantly says, oh, don't worry about him, that's just who he is, what I'm here to tell you is you shouldn't just accept and be okay with people being or treating others in a negative way, or being a jerk, being rude, being selfish. Like, that isn't okay. And you saying that's just how they are, what you're doing is you're enabling that person and saying it's okay to keep being a dickhead. And it's not okay to keep being a dickhead. So if you're the kind of person that actually makes the excuse for others, stop doing that shit. And I'm not saying you got to go be a dickhead back or anything, but it's totally okay to stand up for yourself or for others when they're being treated poorly. So anyway, that's my rant on the excuse, oh, that's just how I am, or oh, that's just how they are. Complete bullshit excuse. And if you're the person that says that kind of thing on a regular basis, you need to be aware of that, and you need to start working on not saying it and actually trying to improve your actions, really especially when they lend to affecting others in a negative way. And if you're the kind of person that says that, making excuse for others to treat people that way, you need to stop doing that and not being okay with people being that way. So, with that in mind, mugs up. We'll see you tomorrow for episode 77 of the Mugs Up Show. We love you. Have a great day.